What with the completion of the fourth phase of the Lok Sabha Elections in 2024, the classic symbol of the Indian polls is visible everywhere. A left hand with only its index finger extended, marked by a purple-black indelible ink. Mysore Paints Varnish Ltd, a Karnataka government undertaking which is the sole manufacturer of the ink in India, stated that around 26.5 lakh small bottles with a capacity of 10 ml each will be made for this election cycle. Devised to prevent a person from casting more than one vote, this ink has been used in Indian elections for a long time. The India-manufactured ink has also travelled to other parts of the world to be used in other elections. You are watching Election Stories and I am Vidushi Gaur. Today, once a voter has their credentials checked at the polling booth and before they cast their vote by pressing a button on the electronic voting machine, that is the EVM, the indelible ink is applied on their finger. This representation of the People's Act of 1951 mentions the ink. Section 61 states that rules may be made under the Act for the marking with the indelible ink of the thumb or any other finger of every elector who applies for a ballot paper or ballot papers for the purpose of voting at a polling station before delivery of such paper or papers to him. A report of Election Commission of India on the very first general elections of 1951 and 52 said the ink was then applied with a glass rod. The ink proved quite satisfactory is evidenced by the fact that it is being used at many local bodies, elections as well. It is said in total 3,89,816 bottles of indelible ink were supplied in the first elections to the states for Rs 2,27,460. Indelible ink contains silver nitrate. It is a colorless compound which becomes visible only when exposed to ultraviolet rays. The highest silver nitrate concentration, which is around 20%, will be the ink's quality. According to a report from the United Nations Development Programme, for up to 72 hours after the application, it can remain resistant to soap, liquid, home cleansing detergents, etc. According to the government's My Government website, the water-based ink also contains a solvent like alcohol to allow its faster drying. The precise protocol for this ink, including its chemical composition and the quantity of each constituent, is however not known to many people. But who makes this indelible ink for the Indian elections? The My Government website says it was to counter the challenge of fraudulent voting. It was later patented by the National Research Development Corporation, New Delhi. Mysore Paints Varnish Ltd has been licensed to manufacture the ink and has been in the business since 1962. Earlier called Mysore Lac Paints Works Ltd, it was established in 1937 by Nalwadi Krishna Raja Wodeyar, the then Maharaja of Mysore. I will be back with more such interesting stories of elections. Until then, stay tuned. Jai Hind.